opening and pathways of closing, and that's what it helps us to make a diagnostic. So we have patients that from the bite, they go out first, and then they come back in. And that, for instance, shows that the jaw is unhappy in the way that it is because they want to get out of the house really quick. But when they're gonna come back, they remember that the garage is small and they will come from the inside. And this incongruence, it will create an incongruence here on the lines as well. So that's why, if you ask me that everybody's asking what is normality, normality is that we have the disc between in a closed path because the ligaments and the muscles are creating the proper path. The trajectory of movement of this trajectory need to be clean, one on top of the other one, because it's a joint that need to be congruent the entire time, and it will create a trajectory that's gonna be an open close to get to the same target. The most valuable part to me about this system that I've been using jaw trackers for 20 years is the capability to be able to study the occlusion from the full occlusion contact at the beginning. And somebody was asking me the difference with another systems, and I will say this system is the best in the market because we have the capability to start for maximum intercuspation and be able to see what happened in here, to see what happened in here, and describe the movement and the anatomical structure, because when the disc is out, this conda is like an M&M, you know, that has caramel on top, and inside is chocolate. But when you eat the caramel, it's no more protection, and the chocolate, it will be dissolved. So when the disc is out, this bone surface and these bone surfaces doesn't have the cushion to allow to protect the bone surface, and this will eat. So what Eugene is showing when he's talking about the way that we digital can unpack the joints is that we can see if we have two temporomandibular joints connected, and then we can see the behavior that one can be more closed than the other one because the disc is out. We can have the alternative to open that space in that side only if it's in one side, to force the jaw to change what is going to change the relation between the upper teeth versus the lower teeth. Because what keeps the stability of these joints is whatever you put in here. And when he's talking about the splints that we manufacture, independent of the philosophy of occlusion that you have, the only thing that this device that is called orthotic is trying to reposition this joint to create this additional space that mechanically is going to open the pack to allow the disc to come back in place. And then we're going to have muscles that go here and here, that normally in the side that you have pathology, those muscles are shorter. And the function of the splint that can be sometimes wider in one side than the other one to compensate the distraction is going to make that muscle is going to elongate. And when you remove the spleen, you're going to have cases when to have the two joints in a normal position with the upper teeth and the lower jaw, eventually you will find that the arches, they don't relate. So for you guys that are technicians, because I'm a dentist, but I'm also a technician, and I know the reasons that you guys are here, and I know that you guys want to be able to record trajectories or tell your doctors to buy the system to get trajectories. The toughest part is to make them understand that not all the treatments as easy as they looks like. And you're gonna experience that when your doctors buy the system and send you the data back, you're gonna be able to identify things like that. And you need to be capable to tell that doctor that that case is not a two appointments case. That will require time to be able to treat these components over here until the trajectory start getting clean. And that is independent of the relation between these two elements, that is the upper and the lower, because the relation between the garage and the car is normal, is abnormal. And the reason that is abnormality between these two elements is something that is called growth and development. Because we grow with a dentition that starts with a temporary dentition that has to wear off until the permanent teeth come in the mouth, elongating the face and allow a reposition of the mandible. But most of the kids, they have breathing problems, they're not chewing enough food, and they don't develop in the bone correctly, so they don't grow in correctly. And when we have the permanent dentition, we have new teeth that they coming together because the teeth always gonna win. Because this is like a swing. It's like my shoulders. My shoulders can't move anywhere. And what is wrong for 100,000 years is the concept of central relation. That the point is that is difficult to make the people to understand is most people having discrepancy of the joints and knowing that what need to happen is to allow a space to have the disc in place, they are still doing manipulation to push the joint back. And if it's not a space, the condition is gonna be worse. So, are you guys get that?
Yeah.
So now, come back to that, because everything that you saw there, that is
Да, Хавьер, огромное спасибо. Продолжаем дальше. Так, здесь, да, поэтому мы делали дистракционный шин, смещали сустав, чтобы освободить место. Через месяц мы делали аксиографию, чтобы посмотреть динамику. И еще через месяц, то есть получили динамику, и еще через месяц опять отправили пациента в отношении. Все эти траектории непосредственно всегда можно сравнить, чтобы понимать, с чего вы начинали и к чему пришли. Вы можете отметить несколько траекторий, которые вам нужны для сравнения. Их объединить, и вы увидите динамику. То, с чего мы
the
начинали.
overposition can be in different colors.
А могут их накладывать в разных цветах друг на друга?
Это можно сделать, это не сложно.
We can do that. That's
Можно,
not
да.
difficult.
Это то, что было
So that was before,
на этапе
during,
и к чему пришли.
and what we've got.
То есть получили динамику, это удобно именно для
So we've
динамического.
got dynamics. It's